Hello, what is a realistic profit target for swing traders? It might vary from swing trader to swing trader, and it might vary based on the type of stocks you are trading. I swing trade upward large cap stocks. Large cap stocks, they do not fluctuate quickly, and therefore you are not going to make a large profit in a short period of time. But at the same time, they are growth stocks. Therefore, they do have quite a bit of growth in them as well. But when I'm trading this year using long up to long swing trading strategy, and that is one thing as well. The strategy you are using could impact the type of profit you are targeting as well. I didn't really have a specific profit target in mind, in contrast to last year when I set a profit of $25 per trade, and I purchase and sell every few days a stock. Therefore, I have a profit target in mind, in addition to paying attention to the chart to see if it's worth getting out before. Because when I was doing that, and I think for analysis we are going to do today, the first one is COR. So we can pick COR to see and we can see in 2024 we have arrows there showing where we purchased and sold. So having $25 per a profit target, and having how much I want to spend per trade as well. The third factor is to see how many growth, like increase in price before a pullback happen. In average, along the support line that I was trading on, so about 2 days or so in average, that I'll have green bars. Those are days that the price went up, and then I will purchase and sell it the third day or so, or the second day or so. Pretty much 3 days between was the target for me to be able to reach that $25 minimum in average. But again, sometimes I will exceed that $25. Sometimes it'll be lower, because when the stocks didn't really show quite a bit of growth within those few days, then the profit might be small. But if I don't get out, it will pull back. So I had to decide if I wanted to stay in the trade or get out of the trade. So, and that could be in essence where I purchased it here but didn't see that much growth, and finally it just pulled back and I sold it there, and I could well have good amount of profit here. But those are strategies, and that was 2024 when I was trading a long short up to long swing trading strategy. In 2025 we traded twice again, and this will be a short up to line as well, but we purchased it, we sold it. It's 2025. Yeah, 2025 we purchased it, we sold it there as well. But frankly, this year I'm not really targeting profit in terms of dollar amount just yet. There is a third strategy that I am implementing for my exit point that I'm trying to use, which will be when I buy at the valley line, and this might be more the valley line to buy at. This will be the valley line supporting the upside wall of the mountain. But when I buy at the valley line, let's say if we buy at the valley line, to decide where we are going to sell it. So the valley line that I'm going to take into consideration will be this one. So if we purchase it at this valley line, when it start going up, to sell it after um, the the price exceeded the previous peak, or see the last time it exceeded that peak, how long it continued to going up before it was done and start going down again to the valley. Calculate the ratio between those two prices. The price at the valley, which is 133, 131 here, and the price at the peak, which is 173. Take 173 divided by 133, and that ratio, use it to time the price that it will leave the valley line again, and say that, well, when it reach that price, you will sell it. So that is one way I'm testing that as well, to see if that will work. But again, it is a ratio, and I'm calculating that ratio for each stocks that I'm purchasing. It's not just saying that when my money double in price, I will sell it type of things. But I had to actually calculate the ratio between the valley and the tallest peak within that cycle, the previous cycle, to determine how much growth it goes through before it's done, and then decided that, well, when I buy around that support line, whatever low, I may not buy exactly at the lowest price, because it will reach that bottom before it will start going up, and I will purchase it when I see a sign that it's going up. But I will use that lowest price times that ratio that I calculated to determine where I wanted to sell it, assuming it's going to reduplicate about the same pattern. So it has been on the rise since when? Since 2023 or so, and has not come back down to this valley line yet. So there is a point it's going to come down, and I think that's why I'm trying to avoid staying in the trade too long if I'm buying it around this support line. But guess what? I purchased it and sold it, but it has still been, going up. So at this point, I don't really know when it's going to be done climbing up and will decide to come down. So it's just safer for me to just wait for it to buy around this valley line. So yes, today is November 7, 2025, and we are doing the analysis before the market opens. Yesterday the price went up, that's why it's in green. The price at the end of the day was higher than the price in the morning, and it reached another new high here as well. So it has not come down to this valley line yet, but if we see when it left that valley line, if anything though, so yeah, this one didn't touch point with it much. So if we say, let's see here, this one exceeded that. Okay, so if we say it started this cycle here in 2023 is around 131, the lowest price. So 131, and it is at the peak at 362 now, divided by 131, that is 2.7 or 2.7 ratio. There is more than double the price from that valley line to the peak it is now. So 2.7, we don't know when it's going to come back down to the valley line and start going up from there. But we could say that, let's say it is done and it start going down and come down to the valley line at 195, which is going to be less likely because it's going to take a while before it comes down, and this valley line is going to continue going up as well. It's tilted, but let's just assume everything being equal, 198 is when it touch base with it and start going up from there. So 198, we might take this ratio times 198 and decided that if we buy, if we touch base with this support line and start going up from there, and we purchase it. We may not purchase it at 198 because we don't know when it touch base with it is down, going down, or it continue going down. So we wanted to wait to start seeing few higher lows before we purchase it. And then we'll say, okay, the lowest touch point, whatever, how low it went before it start going up, like here it went below that support line, and that was the lowest touch point there. So the lowest touch point times that 2.76, what that price will be could be our selling point. It's not even the profit yet, it's the selling point. So that will give you, so you might say that you wanted to sell it as $547, and the difference between how much you pay for it and a share and that $547 will be your profit. And at this point, that is the strategy that I'm using to determine if I can stay a little bit longer in the trade after the first new high is reached, because I tend to buy at a support line and sell it after a new high. And when it reached all-time high, it tends to put it there because I'm using maximum daily chart. It will show all-time high. If I'm using a shorter time frame, let's say 1 year time frame, is going to show me all-time high during that year. For this one, it's still going to be this one. But if this all-time high was in 2023, it's going to show me all-time high within the last 52 weeks. But using maximum daily chart, it will show me all-time high, historical all-time high. Not the highest price in 2025, but the highest price in the in the history of this stock since it went public. And that is what I'm trying to sell it at when it reach that peak. That is my profit, my exit target, and based on where I bought it, my profit will come from that. So if we go to our record here to see COR, we purchased it in January for $239, and then we purchased it in March for $255, and we sold the first one still in January, a week later or so, for $255, and the second one we sold it in the same month a week later for $261, and we made $15 profit per share on the first one and $5 profit per share on the second one. And because of the number of shares we purchased, we have 394 profit on the first trade and 297 on the second one. And for both this year, that's 691. So buying and selling, the way we did it. So I don't really have a specific profit target in mind at this point with this strategy that I'm using. But again, when you are swing trading as a beginner, as you are analyzing and you are trading, you pay attention to what you are doing and to see if there is a formula you can deduct from what is going on, and just keep shaping your strategy from there. And based on the strategy that I'm using right now, I'm not really targeting any specific profits. I'm trying to determine my entry point and my exit point, and the main goal is to make profit on each swing trade. But how much profit, I don't have any specific target in mind just yet, but I think that's a valid point. But at this point, I'm actually seeing if I can make profit on each one of those swing trades, and then how much those profits are, to see if I can have a target here there. But at this point, I'm trying to calculate those ratios, and when 2.7, you can tell that you can easily double your money there, but it might depend on where you purchase it as well. But there is a possibility to double your money, so your profits will be pretty much how much you purchase it as well. Like you are going to double, more than double your capital that you use to purchase, to purchase those shares in the instance of COR. So knowing that will allow you to determine how far longer you want to stay in the trade before you exit it. The second one is COS. So COR is going up, therefore we are not going to buy it because it's so far from where we want to buy it next. So Costco reached a new high earlier this year, and it seems to be going down. Yesterday the price went down. The price at the end of the day was lower than the price in the morning, so it's translated by a red bar and a red price here. It's going down, but I'm not sure if it's going to come down all the way here or not, but we prefer to just buy it here. Has been on this rise for 2 years now, and it seems to be going down, but it's not where we want to buy. And if we want to calculate the price difference between that peak and where it originated from, and I will say it originated from, this is the tallest peak there before that previous cycle, so it originated from here at $389, 2078. $389, that's 2.77 right there. Buying it around this area, I will say from that valley to the highest peak, the price is more than double within 2 years, and within 3 years the price is more than double, and now it's on its way down. And I don't know if it's done with that cycle, it will come back down here or not, but we are observing it, and we are not able to buy in 2025 because it has not gone that low this year. The next one we are going to analyze is CRM. CRM, we can see is on its way down, but it's far from where we want to buy it. Yesterday the price dropped as well, but again it's far from where we want to buy it. And when we are looking at it, it reached the tallest peak in 2024. The date is on the y-axis from the past, is on the s-axis from the past to the present, and the price is from the y-axis from 0 up. And we have the dotted lines here, and 2024 is the highest peak. Because I'm using maximum daily chart, if I move to maximum if I move to 1 year daily chart, for instance, it's going to show me the price in within 52 weeks, and this one is December. Again, that will be that tallest peak because it's showing me the 1 year 52 weeks frame here is, and we are not in December yet, so it's going to show me from November to November. From November to November is going to show you the lowest price within that time frame and the highest price within that time frame. And when I was using 52 weeks low and 52 weeks high investing and trading strategy, we tend to buy at the lowest and sell it at the highest price when within that 52 weeks. But now I'm using long option launch, and I use that in 2023 and prior to 2023. But with our long option launching trading strategy, I'm using maximum daily chart. When you are looking at this 1 year time frame here, you are not seeing a big picture of the chart, and you might think, well, this might be the lowest point and it start going up from here, but having maximum daily chart, and you'll notice that, well, this is not the valley of the mountain at all. It's on its way down, but it's not there yet. And there is a chance it might try to go up from there as well without coming down. So that means it's not ready to go down yet. But at this point, I'm not entirely sure. We are just going to keep observing it. But it seems to me that it is on its way down. It has been on this rise for 2 years now, and it's on its way down. Started somewhere there, and at the end of 2023, at the end of 2022, that's 2023, 2024, and we are heading toward 2025 December. So it started there in December, and we don't know if by December it's going to reach the bottom. If it reaches around December, we might want to buy some share around that area and start the trip again. So we are going to keep observing it. And I'm not even sure. It says something false. I don't know why it does. Sells false. Interesting. So, and I don't know why December will be a lower peak for it. But again, it has been on that rise for a while now. It didn't seem to have that drop the following December when it left there. So we are just going to continue observing it to see if there is something here we can rely on. So this concludes our analysis today, and in pretty much how realistic profit targets each swing trader might have. And since we are talking about profits, we can go to our monthly profit here. You can see that is varying from month to month, and there have been some months I didn't make any profits at all, like that, because I didn't sell anything. And so it's all about the stocks that I purchased and when I sold it. And the main goal for me is to make profit on each profit that I purchased for swing trading purposes. And then from there I can see how I can improve on my strategy and continue from there. And there are some stocks that I purchased for dividend income purposes, and when they become positive, I will sell them, unless they went through a merger and sold the share we have in it. We have a couple this year as well like that. But other than that, the goal is to make profit on each swing trade. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching our videos. Thank you for your comments, and thank you very much for subscribing to our channel. I'm Afiavi Liberman, Cross of Liberman Consulting L.L.C YouTube channel, and ninasoap.com, our blog. On our channel and on our blog, we share different ways to save money and different ways to make money to reach your financial independence, where you do not depend on an employer to provide for your family. And swing trading is one way to make money. Just that small, and keep polishing the strategy you are using and get good at it and grow your account from there. For more of our swing trading tips, will you please check the playlist in the description of this video. Thank you for your time.